Welcome to the LMB podcast.
Podcast.
It's been a month, probably. I don't know when the last upload's been.
I don't know. It's been a while though.
I have an episode that's like in the drafts about like Fallout, but it was originally about Fallout, and then we like in the beginning we played a game. We literally played a game for like an hour. And then
Bruh.
like we talked about Fallout for 10 minutes. And then we talked about Jujutsu Kaisen for the rest of the episode. I remembered it.
See,
Anyway,
yeah. So because of that, we're making this episode. And as you can see, this is a very special episode for us. Junior would never let us do it, but hey, he's not on here anymore, is he? This is the first ever face reveal for the LMB podcast.
yeah, or me
So,
from
the
the old
fancy chap
BroadStrokes.
with the Fallout Boy on his microphone right there and the newsboy cap is Landon Ladani.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell by my
And
voice.
the
And that's Brayden.
this is Bird.
So yeah, I thought it'd be funny to have some props that will be about the theme of the episode.
What?
I thought it'd be interesting to put up some things that will be related to the episode. This episode is going to be about it's going to be about Jurassic Park, if you couldn't tell.
I mean, yeah, there's this guy right here.
Yep, that's it. That's the whole prop. A thing that you couldn't even see. No, but I told Brayden this before we started. Brayden, our backgrounds. Your poster, the one on the other
What
side,
poster?
the game mode on one.
It's the yeah, it's over that way.
Did I mention we both have a like some sticker or poster related to gaming in our background?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine isn't really in the background, but it's there.
I mean, it is in the background. I can see it.
Oh, well, I can't.
Anyway, yeah. We decided this would be better because I didn't feel like recording an hour of gameplay.
So yeah, just hey, now when we do all those little it was like this and blah blah blah, you'll be able to actually
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
where we actually like do the hand motions and stuff, not just.
Yeah, like half the time we're like, oh yeah, y'all won't be able to see this. Now you will be able to see it.
Yeah. And if Kyle ever decides to join us one day, he'll probably wear a mask or something. I don't think he would want to show his face, which is fine.
I don't know why he always would say something like, oh, they're gonna be able to find us. They're gonna do something.
No, he says he doesn't want to get fired. Why he would get fired for this stupid podcast, I don't know. But or how they would even find it, but yeah. Actually quite a bit's happened since last time we even did a podcast, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like I graduated high school.
he did that.
Yeah, never talked about that because we didn't make an episode when that happened. And
Yeah, so now we're talking about it now.
yeah, I went on there and I grabbed my thing. Then I went
Your
home.
diploma.
Yeah, my diploma. Then I went home. The end.
And proceeded to play video games.
No, I think I went to bed. Like I didn't do anything that like cool. I took some pictures, I guess, if that counts for anything. Since Kyle actually he went to my graduation. Not a lot.
Yippee!
I know a lot of people did. I wanted my dad to go, but he couldn't, which is kind of sad. Anyway, but before my graduation, I actually do have a pretty interesting story. I went to Utah for like
Oh yeah, he went to Utah for
for
his
like a week. Did I even tell you
graduation trip.
what I did?
No, you just said what y'all were planning to do, and then never said what y'all did.
Yeah, so the first day we were driving. The end. I'm just joking. We were driving. We went to eat at an Indian restaurant because they asked me to pick a spot to eat, so I did. And there was this like hammered person, like ultra drunk lady,
So,
in this
like, the
Indian
people that
restaurant.
already are too.
No, like she would not stop talking, and like there was this dude who worked there.
Oh,
There was this dude who worked there, and he was like, she kept asking like, "So what's your name?" And he's like, "I'm Kyle." And then she like yapping for like 5 minutes, and then she's like, "Wait, what was your name again?" And he's like, "It's Kyle." And no, that wasn't me making up his name just because we know Kyle. His name was actually Kyle.
yeah, I was wondering who said Kyle, because I thought you meant, like, he asked y'all what y'all's name.
No, it was just some old lady who was talking to a worker. It was for, yeah.
So, you're
Um,
sure he was hammered, or was he just very talkative?
she was definitely like she was like laughing at something that really isn't funny at all and stuff.
People do that, but, yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I wasn't there, so I don't know how he was
no,
acting.
she at the very least, okay, maybe she wasn't like full blown like stumbling about to pass out, but she was definitely inebriated. And then I think the same day we went to our hotel and
And you
we
saw the same guy.
it was no, but that'd be interesting. No, but we went to the hotel, then we went to the Grand Canyon actually for a little bit. We just went around in a shuttle bus, so we didn't actually go on a trail. We just saw some stuff. Then we went to eat at a pizza place. After all that, yeah. And this is very very convenient. I kid you not. We in this pizza restaurant there was people from near where we lived. I'm not even joking. Like, what coincidence? Like, there were some people from Louisiana, and apparently there were other people who were even closer to like where we are. So yeah.
Give me 1 second, Landon.
Okay, I'll keep yapping. I don't know where Brain has to go, but yeah. So after that, yeah, so we met some people from Louisiana as well. Conveniently, I guess the world isn't that uh big anyway. So we went to third. We went back to the hotel after.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. My mom just came in my room.
Oh, then I didn't say anything really worth. So I was just saying we went back to the hotel. Okay, after that, the next day we went onto a hard trail. Your dad went like hard for our first trail. Yeah, it was like I think it was like 6 miles or something. Uh, and so the first part wasn't too bad, right? It was it was going like down the whole time, right? But right,
But
the
you had to go. You had to go back
yep, and it
to
was
avoid pain,
straight
so you had to go
incline.
back
I
and
had to
forth.
take breaks like every 5 minutes. And the worst thing is I drank all the water, and I wasn't even halfway done. And what made it even worse, the even worse part, is I had base.
You had what?
I really needed to use the restroom going up, and I was not about to just take a dump on the side of a mountain where people are walking past me. Anyway, yeah, I struggled to go up. Your dad took a picture of me trying to go up and did a Where's Waldo thing with me. He's like, "Where's Landon?"
Where's Landon?
Yeah. Besides that,
He's right there.
that was mostly what we did for the whole day. After that, I think we packed up and we drove. Then we went to.
We drove home.
Yeah, we went back home like straight. Like we took the rental car with us. No.
Mm,
We went to Zion after. It was nice, but a lot of the big parks were like closed that day, so bad luck to us, I guess. But we took a pretty easy trail, and it wasn't too bad. It was pretty nice too. Even though I kid you not, there's literally a sign that says, "Do not go in the water. Do not swim in the water." The amount of people I've seen go in that water to take a picture, I'm like, come on. There's literally signs. Like,
imagine like you just ignore one of those signs and you get out of the water and you're covered in leeches.
I don't think it was necessarily that. I think they just wanted, like, you could contaminate the water or something.
I don't know, but I don't need you ignoring the rules to this beautiful national park.
Yeah, right? And then after that...
What kept it so natural in the first place?
So after that, we, I forgot what we actually really did. We just kind of walked around for a little bit. We went to, like, a mini museum. And then after
you sent me pictures.
No, it's a different museum.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we kind of just went around for a little bit. And for some reason, don't ask why, but we didn't really have much to do. We went out of Zion for a little bit. We went putt-putt golfing.
I like putt-putt.
Yeah. So I was doing horrible. I was getting like straight 10s every game.
You suck.
I know, I was doing so bad. There was like some I kid you not, I threw my ball in the water twice on the same course. Yeah, it was horrible. Besides that, after that, actually, though, we were thinking about what to do, and what we decided to do after was we went to watch Planet of the Apes. And I told
you said
Brayden
it was a
about
pretty good
that.
movie.
It was actually a pretty good movie. The villain was actually pretty good, not gonna lie.
I've never actually seen any of them.
Yeah, me either. That was my first Planet of the Apes movie. But they're actually apparently good movies, according to most people. After that, we drove to Salt Lake City. It was actually pretty nice. It was like a pretty clean city. And, I mean, we didn't really do much. We went bowling, and I suck at bowling as well. I know.
Oh, I love bowling.
Big surprise. But after, we went to, like, Dave and Buster's or something. And
I haven't been to Dave and Buster's in a while.
Yeah, that was my first time going. And I kid you not, I suck at real bowling, but Family Guy bowling, oof. You're getting smoked at Family Guy bowling. I beat your dad, like, twice.
Family Guy bowling? Why are you so good at the Family Guy version?
Cause I could just cheese it. I could just do this. Like, there's like a little rolling gyro thing, right? And I could just like push it forward and get like a hole in one. Yeah, that's what it's called. I forgot what it was called. I'm gonna be honest. What's it called?
Strike.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time I got 3 strikes in a row while bowling.
Actually, I did get a few strikes while I was playing bowling in real life, but that was few and far between.
Now, where else you gonna play bowling, Landon? The Meta Quest? Where else you gonna play bowling?
And Dave and Buster's. Besides that, nothing else of note, to be honest. I mean, oh yeah, we went to a garden. It was actually pretty nice.
You went to a garden?
Yeah. We stole some seeds. I'm just joking. We actually asked them. They gave it to us, and like for free, from like their plants. And then we went to the museum, and this is where the dinosaur bones that Brayden was talking about comes in. I said a
Yeah, like
bunch of
this one.
dinosaur bones. I don't think it's specifically that dinosaur. I actually really wanted to go to the museum because I thought I would see the Utah raptor. I was
Did
wrong.
you?
I was wrong.
So you went to a dinosaur museum with a bunch of fossils in Utah, but you didn't see a Utah raptor.
Yep.
That's dumb. This ain't even a Utah raptor. This is a Trossoraptor, so don't know why this guy would be in there.
Yes. Apparently it's in a university. So yeah. And for some reason during the museum, we get to see like the people like actually like breaking into the fossils and like cleaning them up and stuff. Like through a window, we can see them. Like they're and I kid you not, I thought they were animatronics reenacting
They were
how you
so
clean the
they were
fossils.
real people,
Yes.
like real scientists.
Yes, like they were actually in there doing work. I thought they just had a bunch because they kept looking like were doing the same cycle over and over again. And then I saw one just get up. I'm like, what?
Huh?
And they're
I didn't
like,
know animatronics could do that.
maybe in FNAF. And then
You
after
know,
that,
I think I can safely say that the creators of that museum spared no expense.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's also owned by the state, so
The state spared no expense. It's a Jurassic Park reference. Shut
I
up.
am the Senate. Anyway, yeah. Besides that, though, I mean, it was nice eating the food and stuff too.
What did they have? Dinosaur meat there?
Yeah, like it was just like T-Rex nuggets. I
Yeah,
know.
it's just nuggets shaped like a T-Rex.
Yeah, yeah. That's like what they would look like in real life. If you didn't make a mashed potato with gravy, volcano with dinosaurs climbing up it, with broccoli as trees, you didn't live, boy.
Crafting the environment out of food.
Yeah. Anyway, let's actually get to the real topic and not just my trip. So,
Yeah,
Fallout.
so what happened after the museum?
Yeah, I went home.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay. So
we.
Fallout.
Yep.
Gonna go out into the Fallout, baby.
Back to me.
God, the radio songs in Fallout. Mwah.
They're always a bop. I always have them on 24/7 whenever I play. I used to jam out. Even though it's the same 11 songs, they never got old. Do you agree?
I'm sorry, but what'd you say before that?
I said, even though it's the same 11 songs, it never gets old.
Oh yeah, never does. Like I always turn on. It could be my 50th playthrough. I'll turn on Diamond City and just wandering, wanderer. Yes, I'm a wanderer.
Yeah.
Oh, around, around,
Is that your
around,
favorite?
around.
What's your favorite Diamond City song?
Definitely wanderer.
For
Or
me,
it's either that or uranium fever
I was about to say that too.
spreading all around.
But I also like Butcher Pete.
Butcher Pete, yeah. My dad told me that that's his favorite Diamond City song.
Yeah. I like that one a lot too. But my favorite song from a Fallout game by far is the ones from New Vegas. Those ones are my favorite ones. Big Iron and Jingle Jangle Jingle, Blue Moon. They're all really good.
Sorry, glitched out there. What was that?
My favorite is the Fallout New Vegas ones.
Hmm?
The songs, the Fallout New Vegas radio songs are my favorite.
Okay, what?
Dude. My favorite songs are the Fallout New Vegas ones.
Yeah, you just glitching out. I literally barely understand anything that you said there.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah,
My favorite songs are the Fallout New Vegas ones.
Fallout New Vegas ones.
Like Big Art and whatever.
Big iron on his heel.
Yeah. I don't know why. When I first heard Big Iron, I thought he says, instead of saying like the three notches on his like pistol or whatever, right? Like, that's the actual lyric, right?
Like 3 notches on his pistol.
Yeah. I kept thinking he said Nazis instead of notches.
Nazis? Huh?
I know it wouldn't make any sense, but yeah,
The notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more.
yeah.
The
Anyway,
Nazis on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more.
let's talk about the show because we actually both watched it.
Yeah, the show was really good.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised. I usually have
I
my
didn't think it would be so good.
yeah, I usually have my hopes pretty low because I haven't had much faith in Fallout in a long time since 4. 4 was
But
the last decent Fallout related thing.
I can say that it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Who's who? You know what? If you were a character in the Fallout TV show, who would you be? Like, which character fits your personality the best?
Uh,
Because I won't
I don't know.
lie.
I guess Maximus.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I feel like I'd be like Maximus, like jumping around in the power armor.
Yippee!
I'd be like pretty excited too if I was in a Cherry T60 power armor.
Is that a Model B T60 suit of power armor?
Gee,
This
sure.
fool doesn't know. I got a full set of Model 7. I mean, F. Sentinel power armor. You got nothing compared to me.
Downloads
I
mod.
would say though the scars on the armor and stuff, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
it looks pretty cool. But I still
It's unique.
that little interaction with Maximus and what's the dude's name?
The
The guy that
snake oil tradesman?
no. Maximus and like his knight.
Oh, his knight.
Yeah, what was his knight's name?
Knight. Titus?
Yeah, Titus, right? Knight Titus.
Lord Titus.
Yeah, I thought that whole interaction between those two was sometimes fun. I just thought it was funny when he was like sitting in a vertibird and he was just like, I want to kill something. I laughed because it was so blunt and out of nowhere. Like, that feels like something that that would be like something Kyle would say in like Fallout 4. Like walking around for like 10 minutes, you're like, I want to kill something, and then just goes into like massacres like raiders or something.
I don't know. I kind of do that. I kind of do that sometimes. I'm like, bro, this is so boring. Just let me do something. And I see a raider base to my right.
Yeah.
Nobody's exiting that building except for me.
Yeah. But who's your favorite
But
character?
the Yagwai interaction was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that too. But who do you think was your favorite character?
My favorite? I don't know, the chicken.
Bruh, the chicken himself, like the chicken that got violated?
Uh-huh.
Man, that is an interesting character you chose. The character that is in one episode.
The first or second episode?
I forgot which one. I think it was the first.
I know, but my favorite character, huh?
I mean, it's like the basic answer, but it's the ghoul. He's basically like Gojo
He's basically just like if
with
the Fallout
popularity
TV show was turned into a video game, he would be the player character.
on their like 10th playthrough.
Yeah, that's just a player character.
Honestly, all of them are kind of like the player character. I would say like Lucy is like the player character their first playthrough, and Maximus is their second playthrough where they want to be fully good. Well, they both want to be good, but you know, and then the ghoul
And
is
Test
like,
playthrough with the ghoul is just like, I don't care anymore.
yeah,
I like the mix of I like the music that they made for his score.
yeah, with the yodeling or whatever in the background.
I don't know how to yodel. Yeah, the
Yeah,
yodeling was pretty cool.
yeah, that was
It
pretty cool.
gave me like Western vibes, which is pretty good for him.
Yeah,
Especially since they're in Los Angeles.
yeah, they're in the West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, when I heard that they were in the West, I was disappointed that there was zero NCR in the trailer.
There was,
But
but like,
instead, well, there was, but not much.
yeah,
But what happened in one of the episodes explains
spoilers,
that.
spoilers, by the way,
Yeah, spoilers.
spoilers for the Chicken Man.
Rest in peace for the chicken.
Right. But yeah, the show was pretty funny too, and really weird. I watched it mostly during my trip to Utah. Wow, that was like a good connection I made. Because I downloaded episodes and watched it on my plane flights. If you haven't watched it for some reason yet, it's actually free on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it is. It's
Like
free on there.
you don't even need to pay for Prime. I mean, you gotta suffer ads, but even if you pay for Prime, you still suffer ads. Unless you pay extra. Which I kind of seem, in my opinion, that seems a little dumb and scummy. Like, yeah, you're already paying for the service. You gotta pay more to not have the ads.
Yeah, it's seems a bit too much. But you don't have to pay anything to watch the Fallout show, so if you have the time, then yeah, I would suggest watching it.
It's not too long. I mean, every episode is like an hour, but it's only
But I
8
mean,
episodes. You can
yeah, there's only 10 episodes so far.
like watch one episode a day. You don't need to binge it.
Yeah. Unlike me.
And me on my plane flight. But yeah. I also kind of like what they did with the Brotherhood.
Yeah, weren't they like that in the older games?
Well, they weren't exactly like that, but that was like their original like concept, like before Fallout 1 was made. Like they were meant to be like a techno cult.
Oh.
I mean, in the original Fallout, they were like, I mean, like they were bad people. Like they weren't good people. Literally, what they do is the knight at the front door. Like if you ask him to go in, he says, "Go to the glow and get something for us, and we'll let you in." He basically sent you on a suicide mission. And then when you come back with that thing he asked you to get, he's actually surprised. If you're wondering what the glow is, it's a irradiated facility that was like directly.
Are you? Wait, isn't that for Fallout 3? Not 1?
No.
Or is that New Vegas?
It's in neither. Not that I know of. I'm pretty sure the glow is that thing the Brotherhood sent for in Fallout 1. And yeah, they weren't good people, but they weren't like a religion. They were still very militaristic. But the time of the Fallout show, though, they definitely are extremist. I always wonder, though, what happened to Oder Maxim? Like,
Yeah, because it said that the blimp that comes in the show is actually the Pridwin from
I
Fallout
mean,
4. So what
it's
happened to Maxon? What happened over there? What
there's
happened?
like two explanations I can think of. Well, first off, we know that the Brotherhood ending and the Minutemen ending are literally the only endings that could
They
work for
are
Fallout
the
4.
only possibilities because the Institute and the Railroad both have you destroy the Pridwin and it goes down.
Yeah, and with the Minutemen, you don't have to destroy the
You don't
Pridwin.
have to, but you can with the artillery. But I feel like it's because I would rather there be the Minutemen ending rather than the Brotherhood ending. So if,
Yeah,
I feel like what happened is that the Minutemen took over,
and the
and the
Brotherhood
Brotherhood were
just
just like,
dipped.
it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, they
And then
brought
so
like
then they got what they could, and then just went out. But
the,
why would they go to the west?
the
Why would they go to the
recon,
west
maybe to
coast?
recontact their old like headquarters.
I don't know what. But didn't the east and the west coast break up?
Yeah, they did, but that was because of Elder Lions. They kind of like came back together under Maxim. Uh,
Hmm. Wait, so by the end of Fallout 4, Elder Maxon is still alive, so something must have happened during the 10-year journey across the country.
yeah, and another thing I'm confused about is they always said that the Pridwin was like barely able to float over the Boston airport. They said like the reason why it stays floating there, anchored to like the airport, is because literally it used so much power just to go to DC to Boston.
Yeah, which is like, so if it can barely go to DC to Boston, how did it make it all the way from Boston Airport to Los Angeles?
If I had to give a
That is,
guess, to make it work is they just had a lot of stops. So they went somewhere, did a stop to get it fully charged up, and then did another run.
which I mean would explain the 10-year journey.
Yeah.
So perhaps they did a little bit of a like a DC to Boston size trip, or maybe a little shorter, and then stopped and then continued on their way. Maybe during one of the refueling parts, Elder Maxon or something happened.
Yeah, maybe he died in combat, or maybe he's still alive and we just haven't seen him. There is a chance that he is
I
just
I
alive.
I I, I would be really surprised if he just changed his ways all of a sudden.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't even like religion, so it'd be weird that he'd be
I mean,
supportive.
like the bro was willing to kill his most trusted officer just because he's a simp.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna change his ideas.
So I don't know, like, if he's still alive or just some random dude is now the leader.
What if like he got him? What if he like got mutinied?
I
What
don't
if
see
like he
that
was just
happening.
dropped off halfway across the country?
I don't see them doing that to him because he was such a loved leader. Especially, it'd be. I mean, unless they were like, wow, Elder Maxim must be pathetic because he couldn't even destroy the Institute, if we're assuming it's the Minutemen ending.
But that falls apart if it's the Brotherhood ending, though,
Yeah.
because they destroy the Institute, the Railroad, and the Minutemen are just left in Sanctuary or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the Brotherhood ending, they had full control of the Commonwealth. So I don't know what would have happened to Elder Maxon then, if it was a mutiny. So I don't know.
I don't know.
But I hope it's the Minutemen ending because I just think that's a better ending for the
Yeah, I think that's
Commonwealth.
just the best ending for the Commonwealth. Especially since it seems like all the other factions just don't care about the people of the Commonwealth.
I mean, the Brotherhood forced their way into the settlements. The Railroad don't care about anything except for their little robot buddies
And
being
the
all
Institute.
sneaky. And
And
then
the
the
Ins-
Institute gave up on the above ground
yeah, and
years
they
ago.
just see it as experiments.
I mean, they made the super mutants that are around in Boston, I think.
Yeah, they did. They released them. And then they didn't even. And then
Like,
they gave up on the project.
yeah. And Virgil was like, I don't care about this. And became a super mutant and lived in the Growing Sea.
I think it was because he disagreed with them or something about
Hmm.
shutting down the FEV program. Because he was trying to find a cure.
I mean, he made a cure.
Yeah, but he said it was really hard to make. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And this we have the Institute to blame for those stupid super mutants. This is
Yeah,
a pretty good
some of the
question.
harder enemies.
Um, what's your favorite companion?
My favorite companion,
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
That's a pretty good Fallout companion, if I say so myself.
No, it's a dog.
It's just the dog.
Dog.
You probably have him as dog for like half the game until you do the main story.
Dog.
Okay, you're about to think that I'm like brain dead beyond belief when I say this. When I first played Fallout 4, I thought that I thought that if you gave a dog tags, you could name dog meat whatever you wanted.
Ignore that little blunder.
Minusing the fact that dog tags aren't even meant for dogs.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Minusing the fact that dog tags aren't even meant for dogs. They're meant for people.
Junk.
Well, I mean, people wear them. And then the Brotherhood have hollow tags, which is pretty interesting.
Follow.
But yeah, if you want
Yeah,
to know
at some
what
point, I would like to get Elder Maxon's.
power armor,
Yeah, his power arm. Like his
doesn't it
power
have
armor
like
he
elder
uses?
paint on it?
I'm pretty sure.
And he does have a unique Gatling laser, but you can only do that during the Institute ending.
Yeah, you can only do that in the last mission for the Institute.
And
But the one time I did do that ending, and I wanted this stuff,
he
he
died.
was just decided, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just stand on the roof of the airport so you can't come get me.
Yeah, he always comes in like uh right before
Like if he were to
the
come
Purge One
in
gets
like in
destroyed.
the area, yeah, I would have killed him. I did kill him. I shot him until he died. I just couldn't get to his body to loot him.
Yeah, that sucks.
If he came in like the courtyard, then I would have immediately rushed him down. Get stuff because I really wanted it. But nah, I decided to be a little scaredy cat. Sat on the roof.
Yeah, Elder. The bad thing about Elder Maxon is when he appears like when there's like 20% left to do.
Yeah, he appears like right at the end.
So like you got to be quick to get his thing.
Elder Maxon, I just see that health bar man. Where is he? That's
But his coat is pretty cool.
there he is.
Probably the best unique clothing option. The cloak or the coat.
Yeah, his coat is pretty cool. I've seen a good bit of mods where it's like craft Elder Maxon's battle coat.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty cool.
Besides
Also, it's pretty
that,
good defense.
something small and about Fallout is it's in this this indie game. It's called Fortnite. I know this tiny game that barely anyone knows.
I mean, it's pretty small. Nobody really.
Yeah, it's like underground stuff,
Mhm. They joking aside, they added a mechanist from Fallout 4.
Stop capping.
Okay. But they did add the T60 power.
Yeah. When I first saw the trailer though, I thought it was gonna be a vehicle.
Yeah, it would have been cool if like there was a Brotherhood boss or something and you could take the power armor for yourself, but no, it's just a skin.
Yeah.
It's still kind of cool. But the laser rifle is pretty good.
I thought the skin was gonna be like Cooper Howard or like Maximus or something.
I thought there would be more TV show stuff. It would have been cool if there was a style for Titanus stuff.
Titus.
You know,
Oh, with the Yao Guai like scratch. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. With the scratch on the power armor, right? Yes. Okay.
Uh, got the T6K.
Yeah, we got a T60 power armor with two other styles that isn't like the base
Just
style.
one is Hot Rod or Flame, and the other one is a special style that Fortnite made, which is a combination of the Black Knight skin from Season 3 and the T6. That is
You
pretty
mean
cool.
season 2?
Season 2 stuff.
Yeah. Actually, though, it looks really sick. Like the Black Knight style, like it actually looks like it could be as like a paint job in Fallout.
It does, it does. I really like the red on the black, and I like the fact that instead of the whole like yellow stuff on the joints, like the arm and stuff,
Yeah.
they changed it to chainmail
Yeah.
to match the night theme.
Mm-mm.
Pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. That's attention to detail.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite skin in that battle pass.
Yeah. Well, you have to get to like level 130 or something to get it
Yeah.
because it's in the bone forwards.
Anyway, changing the subject. Back to Fallout, not Fortnite. Uh, my favorite companion, because I've never answered this question yet. My favorite. So if I want practicality, like something that would do a lot of damage, I always bring Strong. I know a lot of people hate him, but give him Adam's Judgment or like a Super Sledge. I've seen him one-shot Assaultrons
Hey?
with Super
Huh?
Sledges, and it wasn't even Adam's Judgment. It was a normal Super Sledge. Yeah, like give
Yeah,
him
I've never
some.
actually used Adam's Judgment, but I've heard it's really good.
I used to always do melee builds and use Adam's Judgment. It's really good. So yeah, bring Strong with you and give him Adam's Judgment, and he is killing anything in his path. Like he will.
Tron, Schwan, Deathclaws,
Yeah.
Soltrons, anything just dead.
What's your favorite like creature from Fallout?
My favorite creature?
Yeah, I mean for me it's the Death Claw.
I really like the Deathclaws. I
But
think
I
they're
will say
cool.
they were scarier in Fallout 3 and 4. Or not 4, New Vegas.
Yeah, I heard they're scarier in those ones.
Because
But
they
even still, even the ones in Fallout 4, I really like them. They're really
yeah,
cool.
I mean I like their design in Fallout 4, but they shouldn't have done it where they made you fight a Deathclaw at the beginning. It made it like
Yeah, it would have been a lot cooler if like so you know the Museum of Witchcraft quest and how it's they say like
yeah,
something weird's going down in the
yeah,
Museum of Witchcraft. What if that was meant to be the first time you see a Deathclaw?
yeah,
You know, like a horror theme in there, and then you see a Deathclaw appear out of the corner.
yeah,
That would be cool. But no, one just has to appear after you get a minigun and a full set of T45 power.
yeah. It was definitely just meant to make you feel OP in the beginning of the game.
I know, like you could use the minigun and the laser rifle with almost zero not modifications, and it would still carry you throughout the entire game.
Yeah,
Like the laser rifle and minigun is just so good.
Righteous Authority. Enough said. Just random stuff in Fallout 4 I've always like randomly noticed. Like that random animation Dance does to put on the power armor. It's just like they did
He's
so
like,
much effort just to do that little bit of animation just for him to put on a helmet.
yeah.
And
So if I'm not wrong, I think he like grabs and he's like,
yeah. Yeah, and then the thing is no other person uses that for the whole game. I guess Dance is the only person who knows how to put on some power armor helmet.
instead of it just
He also just he also just doesn't put on a helmet after that mission. He he always wears the no helmet.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't even put on the helmet in that mission. I've had it happen.
Really, that's never happened to me before.
It's
Surprisingly,
a glitch, but still.
yeah. Anyway, you know, one of the You know what the best faction is? What's your favorite
Hmm.
faction?
My favorite faction in Fallout 4,
Yes. What's your favorite?
the Mirelurks.
Vera. The Mirelurk, the Mirelurk
Hmm.
tribe. That's your favorite faction.
I mean, you take over a nuclear submarine and you nuke the Commonwealth. That's pretty cool.
What are you talking? Bro, I did not know the
But no,
crab. The
it's
for the
either
Sea
the
Kingdom.
Brotherhood or the Minutemen. That's my favorite.
I'm a Minuteman. I'm a Minuteman all the way.
Yeah, half the time you make yourself become a dictator and rule the Minutemen. Just saying.
Propaganda posters aren't dictators. It's just convincing the people who's giving them a roof over their heads.
They are. You are just getting the supplies.
No, I'm doing all the labor myself.
No. You're not doing that. Preston is. He's doing everything.
Nah, don't
Right?
like don't. I like to imagine during the settlement, like building stuff, like if when you're building that, it's just the sole survivor himself, like grabbing the boards. He's like, for everything. Like he doesn't like no one else is actually like helping him build this
Give me
stuff.
a board in the room and in the house and I'll cut it.
Why do you need a nail to cut a board?
Give me a rule and a saw and a board and I'll cut it.
I think it's a nail and a hammer, and I'll nail it. I'm pretty sure it's the song.
Work so hard to build a little house together.
That is a bop. I'd jam out to that if I heard it at a party. Don't know why
Yeah,
I'm
instead of
hearing
like big
RDR2.
music. I don't know why. That's just
I
how
don't
it
know
goes.
why
Like
I'm
imagine
seeing.
you're at like a party and instead of playing like normal party music and instead you just hear bow 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 bow
They're like,
bow.
sorry guys, but we couldn't get any copyrighted music.
I'm sorry, it's my I'm sorry, I put on my RDR2 playlist.
A very specific playlist. Besides that,
Imagine going to a party and playing our Spotify
oh
playlist.
my god, it is the most jumbled mess of a playlist in the world.
At one point you hear full on metal music and then the next you hear Despicable Me. Where you hear Despicable Me and then a pirate shanty.
Yeah, no, you'll be like, yeah, Despicable Me, and then the next one is, now we're ready to sail for the horn,
Yeah, boy.
way, hey, roll and go. Yeah. Or there once was a ship that went to see the. You know what I realized during listening to that playlist, and I don't actually feel like going back and changing it. We have two versions of the Wellerman in that playlist. I've heard
Very
an
nice.
I've heard an Irish version and the normal version.
So what? One speaking by an Irish dude.
Yeah. And then the other one's the normal one. Oh yeah, there's this one YouTuber. I've mentioned it many times to Braden before.
Is it a sin, man?
And how he hated the Fallout show. It's fine to have an opinion. It's fine to not like the Fallout show. I told Braden
Yeah.
his
Look,
opinions.
look. What I have to say about it is, it's not bad. It is not wrong. It is not bad to have your own opinion about something, but to have those particular takes, those little things about the things that you don't like, huh? Why those? Why the fact that the main character is a woman, or the fact that the woman does anything except for making sandwiches?
Exactly. Like this dude, he looks like okay.
This
I don't like to do like ad
this
hominem attacks, like attacking what he looks like. But he looks like a basement dweller.
the man is 30 years old and lives in his mom's basement.
Yeah, Mace. And
He is
bro,
the definition of a basement dweller. That's
yeah,
taken from Landon.
and
He is
then
the
complains.
definition of someone who lives in their basement.
And this dude is like, man, games are all woke these days, and his definition of woke is like a black character. Oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god, is that a black dude?
impossible. It's
It can only be
unrealistic.
pure masculine white men.
Yeah, no, but like this.
Man is pale and hasn't touched the sun in 25 years.
Yeah, that's why he wants people to be like him. He wants representation for him specifically.
Yeah, people who live in their mom's basement and are 30 years old and look as pale
As the snow.
as snow.
Like man, like his chat. I'm. You know what? It sucks too that he has 100,000 subscribers. Like this dude. Like the
You know,
amount of.
something I said to Landon that I still hold true to myself is if I ever subscribe to him, it's purely to watch his bad takes and to laugh at him.
Yeah. The sad thing is he has
But
so.
there are people who agree with him,
Yeah, there are so
and
many people.
but it only looks like so many people because he shadow bans people, which I didn't even know about until Landon talked.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That or he gets drowned out by all his fans. Which I'm like literally is so dumb. He like he for the Fallout show, he literally searched up divorce statistics because of Cooper Howard and his wife, who was white and black. He's like, well, I mean, according to divorce statistics, white man and black woman are the lowest. Yeah, he really did say that.
I can't believe this dude.
And then he said that it was a propaganda to have interracial couples or to promote race mixing. And I saw him because I like to watch this YouTuber called Moist Critical, and I like listening to his podcast, the official podcast. And they made fun of him in a clip, and this dude got butthurt.
Mm.
He was like, "It's almost like they're trying to wipe out the white people from our country."
Yeah, he literally said that.
I'm like, dude, it's not that deep. It's a white dude and a black woman being a couple in a show. It's not woke or anything. It's literally two people. If it was a white guy and a white woman, you wouldn't even care. Like he literally throughout he only watched the first episode and he hated it. He's like, no, like some of his criticisms does not make sense. One of them was like they didn't explain the vault that Lucy came from.
Brother, you watched a single episode. You watched a tenth of the show and you expected to explain everything.
Exactly.
You expected to explain everything in 1/10 of the show. There's 10 episodes. You watched one.
He watched one. They literally explain it at the end. Like they build it up. It wouldn't be satisfying if they were like, yeah, so the whole Vaults experiment is all the overseers are actually people from pre-war.
It would be fun. There would be no reason to keep on going back to the vault throughout the series, throughout the episodes. Because you already know everything. You already know about it. So why would it tell you at the beginning? If there's that would just have zero reason to go back to.
And it wouldn't make sense because
know everything.
Like they were building it up because they would hint at it during Cooper Howard's backstories and stuff like that. Yeah, this dude, like, yeah. Or his God of War takes, just
horrible.
as bad.
He complained that Freya was strong.
Yeah, there's like that scene or whatever, I think. I never played Ragnarok, but I saw a clip, and he was like, man, it was so cringe when she said, bow to me, to Odin.
Hey, you wanna know something?
What?
He wouldn't have cared if Kratos said that because he's white, even though he is black.
Or if it was like Odin or doing that to Freya
He
instead.
wouldn't care if it was a male or a white dude.
Yeah. No, like
He wouldn't care.
during his
He
like
wouldn't care.
Fallout one, he kept saying like he had to mention if the race wasn't white. He kept saying like this Latina
Oh yeah, that
woman.
dude's black.
No,
That
like
is a woman.
so
That
you
person's a
know
woman. That person's black.
like
And
the
then a white dude comes on screen. Nothing.
yeah, but like you know that woman who led the Raiders. I forgot her
Hmm.
name. He's like
No, they weren't Raiders.
I know
They were actually NCR.
they're the Raiders. I know. He was like, oh, so this Latina woman was able to get these Raiders together. I was like, dude. And then he's like, of course we have another weak black character. He was talking about Maximus. He's like, of course he's just a weak and pathetic guy. He's not super masculine. And another one of his God of War critiques that he kept going in the comments because everyone was flaming him for it. And he was like, yeah, you guys knew that I knew all this already, and you just wanted to attack one of my weaker points.
Wasn't it? Wasn't that about like how Kratos didn't accept the treaty with Odin?
Yeah. Why would that?
So if you know about it, then why say anything?
Why criticize Kratos' choice?
Why?
First off, it's not in his
Why?
character. It's not in his character to do that. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna trust the god that's been watching me,
I'm
and
trust a god.
yeah, I'm gonna trust him.
When basically half of his story is about not trusting gods.
And even if it was to like gain Odin's trust for some reason, he's still not exactly winning in this situation. I mean, I feel like Kratos would be able to beat Odin no matter what, so he wouldn't even need to accept any treaty. If he feels like, the gods are, well, not just, I don't think he would just stand by and do nothing. Plus, he wants to protect his child and stuff, so. Yeah, this dude has horrible takes. One I don't think I ever told you about was his Legend of Zelda one. And he went on a rant. First off, he got mad that there were black characters. Again. Second, I kid you not about these other... The second one is, for some reason, he thought that Link going to, like, these people, I forgot what it was for, but he kept thinking it was a gay innuendo. When all they were doing was giving, like, Link something. And then the, his worst point in that video is, the thing is, he could make good points sometimes. They just get overshadowed by his horrible takes. But anyway, his really horrible take was he tried to say that the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was related to a Jewish conspiracy about them running the governments.
Huh?
Like, this dude is that, like, extreme in his beliefs that he believes that type of stuff. I feel like it's pretty stupid. Yeah. This guy is just... If you ever see his channel, his name is Synthetic Man. Dislike his videos. But, like, don't spam him or anything. Just, like, don't watch his videos. He has trash takes. And if for some reason he ever finds this podcast somehow from one of his viewers, just know, buddy, that you have pretty horrible takes. Alright, and saying that having a black character or a woman protagonist is woke it's honestly kind of pathetic, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, we shall, London.
I think we've been talking about Fallout for quite a bit, so let's change up the subject a little bit because you have something in the background.
I do indeed, don't I? Let me just show it to our viewers here.
They're gonna see it in the thumbnail, but
Star Wars.
you know what that reminds me of?
Huh.
That video where there's like two people on the road. I don't know if you ever saw it. Where one guy has the blue lightsaber and he's like, "All women are queens" or something like that. And then
Yeah.
and then the guy with the red lightsaber is like, "If she breathes, she is a thought." I thought it was a pretty funny video. Back in the day. Star Wars. We both like Star Wars.
Yep.
But actually, interesting enough, I don't think Braden's seen any of the sequel movies.
No, I have not.
So out of all the movies you've seen, how would you rank them?
Out of the ones I've seen. So, do you want me to start from worst to best or best to worst?
I think worst to best, because you want to save the best for last, right?
I mean, yeah. So, the worst one, episode 2 with Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, that one's pretty awful.
And then it would be Phantom Menace, episode 1.
Yep.
From there, it's pretty hard for me.
Yeah, because it's the original trilogy and then Revenge of the Sith.
So, what were the names of the originals? We have Return of the Jedi. That was number 6.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes
Empire
Back,
Strikes Back,
and A New Hope.
number 5. Number 4 is A New Hope. Yeah. I'd say next would be for me. I'd say it's A New Hope.
Respectable.
And then Return of the Jedi. And then The Empire Strikes Back. And then Revenge of the Sith.
Interesting. I'll tell you mine, and I've watched a lot of Star Wars movies. I've watched the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and the prequel trilogy, plus Rogue One. So, yeah.
I forgot to put Rogue One in my phone. Wait, no, I never finished it.
Yeah, you never finished it. We should watch it together whenever you come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, how I would rank them? The last one, in my opinion, the worst one, in my opinion, has to be, what is it called? It's so bad I forgot it. Wasn't it called The Last Jedi? I think it's Last Jedi.
So it's sequels?
Yeah. There's The
Maybe.
Force Awakens,
So
The
there's
Last
The Force
Jedi.
Awakens, Rise.
Oh, and Rise of Skywalker was the last one.
Skywalker?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker was number 9, and we have The Last Jedi.
8 was, yeah, the worst one in my opinion was The Last Jedi. They butchered Luke's character. They made him from a person who would forgive the worst person in all of Star Wars.
The worst person in the history of Star Wars, Darth Vader. He forgave him. He forgave Darth Vader, who had massacred hundreds and thousands of people, his own people. But then he sees a kid who's confused about who he wants to be, and immediately goes to kill him.
Yeah. Like, and then he lives alone, and then he goes out and does nothing, and then he refuses to try to help Rey.
Which is the exact opposite of what he would do what he did in the originals. He risked his life multiple times to save his friends and the galaxy.
Yeah.
But then he's just gonna sit around on a random planet drinking blue milk.
There are so many other parts. The other parts I hated how they did Finn's character. They ruined it. He went from a pretty.
It could have been fun. It could have been fun.
with a pretty promising character in The Force Awakens, to just sad. Like, he gets a love interest, which is some Asian woman. Rose, I think is her name. And
Uh,
they have a side
um,
quest, basically, in the movie, where they go to, like, some casino. I don't even think they got anything out of this, by the way. They just went there
nah,
and
they
wasted
just
our
went to go
time.
listen to the Cantina band.
Yes. But they have the B plot, and Finn is a ruined character because they kind of just make fun of him. The Resistance is like stuck, and they can't go into hyperspace or something, and there's like destroyers near them, so they're trying to think of a plan. And then like they have the stupidest like leader there, and she is just dumb and doesn't want to listen to Poe at all, no matter what, even though he has an actual plan. Like, he has a plan to solve the situation they're in, and she's like, no, I'm the leader here, so you gotta listen to me. Oh yeah, they also made General.
I
Wait, you go.
I'm pretty sure she did have a plan. She just didn't tell anyone.
And then they made
And then
General.
Poe led like a mutiny or something.
I don't know. Then they made General Hux like a joke. He went from kind of intimidating in The Force Awakens to just a straight up joke with a prank phone call in the beginning of the movie.
Hmm.
They did a prank phone call in the middle of the freaking movie. Yeah.
Huh?
Of General Hux. I don't even know what they said. They probably said something stupid like, is your refrigerator running? Yeah.
You know, at first I did like General Hux first, but
Yeah, in the first
then he
movie,
got
he was kind of intimidating, especially his speech.
yeah his speech, especially when you translate that to German.
Yeah. Uh, what else did I hate about this movie? I hated that Kylo Ren thought for some reason that that he just told all his AT-AT walkers to straight up just fire at the Luke. Like, I mean, he got out to do that too. He got out, pointed at the, and said shoot at him instead of just letting the AT-ATs walk past him to destroy the Resistance, and he just fights Luke himself. He probably could
I
have kept Luke at bay for a little bit. I mean, I don't think he would have won, but I don't think he would have like lost in 2 seconds.
I
And
don't
the
know why he did that.
and the ending was so stupid. Rey gets like taken by them, right? Then
Mhm.
uh Kylo Ren kills Snoke. Then they
Yeah,
fight
that was pretty
the
stupid.
Imperial guards, and then after all of that,
He
Kylo Ren is,
asked her to join the dark side.
I'm like, what was the point? You killed the guy who was your mentor to the dark side. Yeah.
Wow.
And Finn was gonna sacrifice himself in that movie too, but they ruined that as well because Rose like intervened, and she's like, "Don't, you should save yourself and like don't like run away from these
Don't
things."
die for plot reasons.
Yeah, they could have given Finn a pretty good ending, but they didn't. I don't even remember Finn in the next movie I'm gonna rank. Speaking of which, yeah,
He
Last Jedi is,
defeated or killed Captain Phasma.
yeah, he did that. And then for my
That's
for next, it's the Rise of Skywalker. It was a disappointment as well. Again, just the
somehow
duels.
Palpatine returned.
Yeah, dialogue was bad. The duels sucked as well. Like
Oh my god, the duels were horrible. They
comparing
need to
it
do
to the
what they
sequels,
did in the prequels.
comparing the sequels to the prequels is like comparing a $1 movie to a like $1 million movie.
So basically the exact same in
Like,
that
I
way.
think I could grab the lightsaber in my room, or like in your room or whatever, and you use that
Me and you,
lightsaber.
me and you could have a better duel than there was in the sequels.
Yeah. The only somewhat decent one I will say was the one in the Winter Forest with Finn and Ray. That one was somewhat decent.
That one was kind of cool. The setting was nice, but the choreography just sucked.
Yeah, it still sucked in that one.
I
Anyway, the
mean,
thing.
compare like the Winter Forest one to the Duel on Moose
Yeah,
or
but
Duel of Fates.
yeah, but yeah, I'll get to the prequels later. There are some goofiness in the prequels that I can't understate. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna put Rise of Skywalker there because it sucked. Finn was barely a character in this one too, so that made it even worse because he had potential and then he just wasn't. Then Rey is kills Palpatine, which was just a random thing. I mean, I don't know what he returned. He returned, guys.
He returned, and now he's just gonna die.
Yeah, and then Kylo Ren helps. I don't even know what the point of all that. Like Kylo Ren and Rey are fighting one moment, then they're lovers the next. It just I did not see much chemistry between the two. It would have been better if it was like Rey and Finn. That would have made more sense in my opinion. Instead, Finn got
Stupid
he got the
Asian
friend zone
girl.
treatment.
The friend zone treatment. That's so much worse.
Anyway, next I would put the Attack of the Clones. There are some good things about the movie, but the CGI sucks. I can't like overstate it. It's just not good. The fighting isn't like the best either. The only thing I could think of that was like decent in that movie, the only thing that was rememberable was Count Dooku. Count Dooku's fight
Count Dooku.
with Obi-Wan and Anakin
Anakin.
was the only rememberable thing about that movie in my opinion. Like,
Count Dooku was pretty cool.
I don't even remember anything else in that movie. I know like
Oh,
C-3PO and
what about the Yoda
the
and Dooku fight?
the arena. Oh wait, the Dooku and Yoda fight. Yeah, I mean there's also that. The Dooku scenes are the ones I remember. And I guess I
Dooku's
also
just pretty cool.
kind of remember like Obi-Wan fighting Jango Fett on that.
Obi-Wan fought Jango Fett.
Yeah, on that planet where the clones are from.
Oh, that yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
thought I thought you were talking about Jango Fett in like the arena
No, because I'm
because
doesn't
he immediately got decapitated.
by Mace Windu, right? I think it was Windu.
Huh?
Didn't Windu chop off Jango's head?
Yeah. Do.
I know. How do you build up a character to be that cool and then he immediately dies?
Mm.
And then they bring
It's
in the
like when
clones.
you have a miss input.
Oh yeah. Then next I'll rank Phantom Menace above that. Phantom Menace is not that great. The best thing is Darth Maul. Wow, it seems like the bad guys are the best things about the prequel movies, but
Darth
I mean, he had a pretty cool fight, but besides that, I can't remember much. I remember Anakin like being like good at everything though in that movie, and I did not like that part about his character.
I don't know how. Like, apparently, pod racing allows you to be immediately excellent at flying a ship for the first time ever.
Yeah, and he destroys a separatist ship.
And he destroyed one of those stupid. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a separatist thing that it's like the separatist ports. They just shut up that
Yeah,
ship stuff.
or like he's able to build robots on his own and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, he built C-3PO at the age of 5.
yeah, he definitely was like I hate Rey because she's a Mary Stu, but or Sue, but yeah, Anakin is not much better. Now, when he got older, he stopped being that type of character since his downside character trait was his emotions and stuff. So he did actually get, like, better. Anyway, next
Yeah.
movie I would put is The Force Awakens. To me, The Force Awakens was just a suckier New Hope. That's all
We
of
have
it.
a child who lives on a desert planet who is contacted by someone and realized they have force powers. I wonder where I saw that.
And they have a little droid buddy. There's a big scary empire, and then there's a rebel alliance headed by
Yeah, it's just, they have
headed
different
by
names.
Leia
Yeah,
specifically.
both rebellions are led by Leia for some reason.
They go into a ship called the Millennium Falcon, captained by a man named Han Solo and Chewbacca.
A man whose actor doesn't want to be in the movies anymore.
Yeah, he never actually did want to be Han Solo. He didn't like the character.
Han Solo, living in Cloud City.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just a suckier version. The best part is definitely, to me, Kylo Ren and Finn. Like, really, Kylo Ren's back must hurt from carrying the sequels. He's literally the only somewhat good part.
Yeah, I wish he just kept his helmet on all the time.
Yeah, he was at least a
Instead of
little
taking
bit.
it off.
He was at least a little bit intimidating in Force Awakens. Before he became like a joke that lost a lot. He was pretty cool in the first movie, and Finn was a promising character. It would have been a better story if they made it where a stormtrooper was force sensitive and then he became a Jedi instead of just a woman living in a desert planet becoming a Jedi. It would have made for a more interesting story and a concept that hasn't ever been used before, so it would have been original. But instead they just did a suckier version of New Hope. But I don't think The Force Awakens is bad.
That movie that I just remembered. There was this one scene where like Rey picked up like the Sith dagger or something. And said, "Oh, this weapon was very evil, used a lot for evil things." When she's using Anakin's lightsaber.
True. But he was a Jedi.
The amount of children that thing has killed. It's more than it should be.
Next, I would rank. I'll put A New Hope. A New Hope was good, but the lightsaber fights were.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said next I put A New Hope.
Next you're gonna put New Hope. Oh, got it.
And I thought A New Hope was good, but the lightsaber fights kind of sucked. The only real lightsaber fight you saw was Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. And
the entire time they're just like, yeah.
I guess if you want to be technical, that's probably a more realistic fighting with swords, but not very interesting choreography wise.
There can be moves. It's just not as exaggerated as there are in the other movies.
And then just Obi-Wan just poof. Like, what even happened to him?
And plus, you wouldn't really expect Obi-Wan, who's like 90 years old, to be doing cartwheels all over again.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad movie, though.
Cracking out one-liners everywhere.
Yeah, but it was weird that, they destroyed a Death Star in the first movie. I thought that was a weird choice. Just for their end goals.
Speaking of the Death Star, remember the second one? Second Death Star?
Yeah, the one that was still being built.
Yeah, apparently, it was either the first or the second Death Star, but apparently in, remember the scene where Rey and Kylo kiss on that after a duel? Remember that? Apparently, that fight was on top of the Death Star piece.
That's just random, but...
Just kind of weird seeing how they got blown up.
Anyway, maybe some space debris came in or something. Whatever. Jesus, some random thing just popped up. Anyway, uh, my bad. Yeah, so A New Hope. It was a good introductory, but not the best movie. Next, I would say is honestly, I'm gonna say it. Return of the Jedi. It was really nice. It was a nice
I'll be
conclusion.
honest. After you got rid of the sequels and the Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars, yours and I are the exact same.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Return of the Jedi because I mean it was a nice conclusion. I did enjoy it, but I still there were some things that I like didn't love. Like I didn't like the Ewoks that much and stuff like that. But I
Yeah,
did.
they make for a pretty scary horror stuff too.
But I did like the ending where Darth Vader turns back to the light side and restores balance to the Force. He becomes a ghost, a Force ghost, and he reunites with everyone else.
Hello, everybody.
So it was a nice ending. I like that, uh, despite the fact that the Rise of Skywalker kind of negates Darth Vader's sacrifice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Somehow Palpatine returned. Darth Vader in the corner. What the?
Yeah. Next, I would actually put Rogue One. Honestly, Rogue One was one of the most surprising Disney Star Wars movies to me. I thought it was
Rogue One?
Yeah, it was so good. And it showed like the situation that the rebels were in before the original trilogy started. Like they literally did a suicide mission just for the Death Star plans. And just for them to destroy the planet. But yeah, it was pretty cool also seeing like the rebels all come in and they all fight. It was really cool. Even though there wasn't any lightsaber duels, the ending with Darth Vader will always send shivers down your spine. Cuz
And
yeah,
it sets up the beginning for New Hope.
cuz it just shows that he is not someone to be messed around with.
And Rogue One, it really shows the fear that Darth Vader places into enemies. I
And
mean,
it
just the way that the slow pan away from the rebels as you hear, and the lightsaber clicks on, and you
yeah.
see him in the shadows,
And it also just shows
and
how
pure terror on their faces.
also the movie also just shows how powerful the Empire is. I feel like the original trilogy doesn't really show it as much. I mean, it shows like
I
their
mean,
star
in
destroyers.
Rogue One, the Death Star destroys 2 planets. Well,
And
not 2. It destroys 1 planet, but destroys a city.
but like in Rogue One, like the stormtroopers are actually pretty formidable. They have like tanks and stuff, and like yeah, they're like pretty strong. And I liked most of the characters. They were pretty good. Anyway, next, and this is where it will actually change a little bit. I'm gonna say that Revenge of the Sith is gonna be my next one. Why? Because
Why?
I can't get over the Palpatine versus Mace Windu fight.
The Palpatine versus Mace Windu fight.
The beginning, specifically the beginning where he grabs the lightsaber and he just one-shots 3 Jedi Knights.
Actually, a Jedi Knight and 2 Masters.
Like, come on. They didn't even put up a fight. They died in one shot.
Wow.
And he spins around like a goofy idiot during that one.
I mean, I get he's a Sith Lord, but
Yeah.
come on, dude. At least let him last more than 3 seconds.
And
the line before that where it's like, "I am the Sith."
Yeah.
That's pretty memorable.
But besides, like,
a lot of lines in that movie are memorable.
Yeah, there were.
Hello there.
There were a lot of memorable lines, and
Hello there.
oh yeah, the only other thing I hated was how Jar Jar Binks was what gave Palpatine the emergency powers. I thought it was too stupid.
How did he get on the Senate? I've always been confused about that.
I know. So I didn't really like that either, but besides that, it's a very good movie. I like the lightsaber fights. It's my favorite one for that. But to me, number one will be The Empire Strikes Back. It's almost almost a flawless movie.
It is really good.
I mean, it starts off with Luke captured on Hoth, and the Empire is destroying the rebels on Hoth. They tie up the AT-ATs and stuff. It's pretty nice to see. And then Luke
The Hoth battle was a really good open.
And then Luke being told by Obi-Wan to go to Yoda to get trained was nice. I really liked that.
Dagobah. Go to Dagobah.
Yeah, so he goes to Dagobah and he does train, which I like, but I also like how he just still isn't strong enough. Even when he goes to fight Darth Vader, he loses his hand. It shows that he still has a ways to go, or how he should probably fight a different way. And there's just so many memorable parts of that movie, especially the iconic line.
No, I am your father.
Yeah, it was overall a great movie.
Yeah. I always see a lot of people talk about the fact that in that first battle with Darth Vader, Luke's lightsaber just bounces off of him.
Yeah, well, I would give them a little bit of leeway since this is literally their second movie, so they probably didn't have all the lore like down about how consistent it would be. Anyway, yeah. Actually, I think we've been talking for quite a while, so you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure. Alrighty, everyone. Well, this has been the L&B podcast. I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, what was I supposed to say? Like and then subscribe? Oh, whatever. Make sure to follow, download on Spotify, and hope you enjoyed. See you later.